Alright, welcome back to another Grand Cross video. So I thought I'd go back to the wiki and I look at their tier list. So the tier list that they have has been updated as of August 11th. So that's what? That was a couple days ago, yeah. So it's recently that it was updated. So I mean, whatever they put here, it's not outdated at all. So let's see what they got, alright? So they do have categories for each of the class. They have SS, best heroes in the game. S, heroes with high value and are worth building. A, heroes that excel in at least one of the general content. B, niche units or used as subs. C, limited use heroes. And then D, just worthless in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give my thoughts and opinions, obviously, on their, their rankings for the units and whatnot. But so far, what I'm seeing in SS, it's not bad. Like, it actually is pretty accurate. I would say maybe if you wanted to, you could put Lost Vein down towards S, but I know a lot of people really do value Lost Vein Meliodas, and honestly, I would understand why. He is very, very strong in PvE content, but in PvP, he's not that good. Like, he's really not that good. I would say he's borderline just, like, garbage in PvP because we have so many blue units. Like, we just have so many crazy blue units like Tarmiel, Goddess Elizabeth, Chandler, the one, like, he's practically just garbage, right? So I would say in PvP he is trash, but PvE he's still good. Sario, PvE god. Merlin, very, very good. I would honestly say though, you could probably keep Merlin here for PvP. For PvE, she doesn't have really much use. Same thing goes for Bond. He doesn't have much use in PvE except for the easier stages, right? But otherwise, you don't really use these two. You're probably just going to use Sario and Lost Vein, to be honest, right? Or the one. But yeah, no, this is a really, really good SS like tier where these characters are at. I like this. This is a good SS tier list. I like it. I like it a lot. A lot of people might be like Red Gother, but Red Gother is still good if you don't have Green Gother. He's amazing. He has aged so graceful. It's like he's aged like just so perfectly. Like, he's one of the best units in any gacha game that I've seen age so perfectly. It's crazy. It's like actually insane, right? Because he can be used in PvP if you don't have this Gother. The only thing is his passive obviously isn't better at all. Like, it's not even close to Green Gother's, but he still has a really good kit. So yeah, he's good. He is good. All right, so then we move down to S class. So heroes with high value and are worth building. I would honestly say that this is pretty good. I would say Meliodas probably is an S-class unit nowadays. It's just, with Margaret still releasing, I don't know what to say. Like, I really don't know what to say. Assault mode, he is good. I just don't think he is crazy or anything like that. What really restricts him is his passive. If they decide to, quote unquote, buff him and remove that passive where he can just use it on any team, he would easily be one of the best units in the game, easily. In my opinion, I think he is still one of the, better characters in the game, but he honestly just gets cucked too by many units. So I mean, depending on the team build you have for him, he can be good, but I think he's fine where he's at right here. This Merlin, honestly, I would move her all the way down to B. I just don't see her like being S class at all. She doesn't really provide much except for being able to allow your team to ult rush, but otherwise she's not really that great. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's like one of the units I would say that aged pretty bad. Again, sub unit. So I mean, in all honesty, her kit doesn't matter, but she's just not that great. Like, really, she's just not. So yeah, she's a B tier unit in my opinion, right? In my opinion, she's a B tier unit. So yeah, there's that. Rem, my bad. Rem, I would say I would honestly probably move her down to A. However, she in Halix is I would say she's better than Derriere in Halix, right? Because she actually can do really, really good damage to the Crimson Demon. It's just that she's limited, right? Derriere is on every single freaking banner. She's on part 2 tickets, part 2 banner. Like, she's everywhere. But this unit, it's limited. It's a collab unit. So if you don't have her, you don't have her. Like, there's nothing you can do about it until they decide to, allow these collab characters to return, you can't do anything about it. So I mean, it is what it is. But I would say Red Ram, she could be moved down, but if you want to keep her in S because she's, you know, she can do good in PvP, and she's really, really good in Crimson Demon, you can keep her in S. Roxy, same thing, you could easily move her down to A, but, you know, if you wanted to keep her in S, I wouldn't blame you, because her passive is pretty dope. I just think that, you know, she might not be as crazy as she once was, but, you know, she's still pretty decent unit. Shin, same thing. Shin, you can move him down to A if you really wanted to, but he is on a really, really good farming team, so there's that. Sigurd's fine, Valenti's fine, and then Zeldris, and this Zeldris. Actually, you could move this Zeldris, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. You could move him down to A or even possibly B. I feel like with this green Zeldris, he just got replaced so quick. But his kit is still good, right? His kit is still good. It's just not special or anything like that. But if you wanted to, I could definitely see you moving him down to A, potentially even B. But so far, pretty good tier list, I would say. Actually, a pretty good tier list so far. Nothing too crazy again. My biggest thing is probably this Merlin. I just don't see her as S. I absolutely not. I don't see her. No, I just don't see it, because if you don't have Deanne, like Green Fighter Deanne, in this tier, then there's no way you can put this Merlin above Green Fighter Deanne. There's just no way. Like, there's no possible way I can see that. So yeah, I think she deserves to be moved down a lot. A tier units, heroes that excel in at least one of the general areas of content. Okay, so these Arthurs, I would say that this Arthur right here definitely should be an S class right away. He is very, very good. Probably the best free-to-play PvE unit in the game. He just does so much for free. Like, he disables buff and debuff skills, single target, does really good damage on his second skill. His passive is basically Margaret Seal's buff skill, right? So he is good. He's really, really good. And as a free unit, it's insane, like, the amount of value he gives, right? As a free unit. So keep that in mind. He's very, very valuable. So I don't see why he was put in the A tier. I was about to say, is it gonna load in? But yeah, I don't understand why he was put in A tier. I feel like this was an easy S tier unit pick, but sure. Definitely he deserves to be in S. I would say this Bond definitely needs to be moved down. You know, Deanne, I think Deanne should have been an S as well. Deanne easily should have been an S. She's very, very good. She's a very good tank. She is, you know, pretty good on multiple teams when you put her on there. Like, she's good. Like, she actually is really, really good. This blue Derriere, I guess you could keep her here, but I would honestly move her up to S potentially, because she does have really good, you know, value in a really good kit to counter Margaret Seal. So once Margaret Seal comes out, I'm assuming that this list is going to change, but for now, I guess you could keep her in A. I could definitely see it. Both of the drones, I think they're fine where they're at. This blue drone could go up to S, but if you wanted to keep them in A, I understand completely. These Eastons, yeah, they're fine. This Princess Elizabeth, I guess she's fine here. I suppose, right? I honestly could see you moving her down to B, but nah, she could stay, I guess. Anyone else? This Fraudrin could move down. Gloxinia is fine. This Hawk, actually, I think this Hawk is pretty solid, actually. I'm not gonna cap. I think it's a solid unit. Surprisingly, Helbram, I would honestly say he could stay here because of Belmoth. Like, Belmoth is a very, very hard piece of content in the game, and Helbram honestly makes it possible to clear it with the Jericho strat, and he just increases your unit's attack. He's good. He is good in the Belmoth, but otherwise, not really. You could use him in Guild Boss, right? So I guess there. So I would keep him here, actually. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Green Helbram is probably fine in A tier. Like, he actually is. Just not looking at it from a PvP perspective, yeah, he's fine. Same thing with this Green Hendrickson. Hauser, yeah, he can be good for new players. These Jerichos are fine. These Kings are fine. Festival King, I feel like you could move up to S, but a lot of people don't like him. So I guess if you're a hater, keep him in A. But for me personally, I could see him being an S. He is a high value unit and he's worth building. I fully stand by that. He is worth building. It's just he needs a buff, right? His team needs a buff. He needs a buff. He needs to be modified a little bit, but he's still good. Lilia, I guess she's fine where she's at. Liz is honestly fine. Melascula could be moved down to B, but if you wanted to keep her here, I could see it. Both these blue Meliodas, yeah, the thing that's saving this blue Lost Vein is he still has this ultimate move, or this ultimate move right here, right? His secret technique ultimate. That's the thing that's saving him from being in B, in my opinion. But otherwise, yeah, he's not that great. He's really not. He's mid. He's meh. He's very meh. So that's what's keeping him in A. That super broken OP busted, whatever you want to call it, ultimate. Very, very good still to this day. So he's fine. Red Merlin. Okay, yeah, Red Merlin. Okay, that's fine. Definitely move him down. Nanashi is solid. He's fine. Let's see. Thonar could be moved down to B. Really, she doesn't have anything going for her. Her kit sucks. I'm not even gonna waste time. Her kit is just, it's awful. I don't like it. AoE bleed card, single target charge, AoE weak point. This is good, right? That she can proc her ultimate weak point, but her kit just, it's bad. The thing that saves her is her unique, right? Her passive. That's what's really, really good about this unit. And she's just really a sub unit anyway. You're not going to run her in the front in deathmatch for Belmoth, because that's all you really use her for is Belmoth. But you're not going to run her there. Like, she's solid. She's just a solid sub slot Belmoth unit. But that's it. I would honestly put her in B. So yeah, B tier is probably where I would end up putting, Thonar, in my personal opinion. I know maybe people might value her a little bit differently. She was free, so I mean, I guess maybe that bumps up her value, but in my opinion, she's meh. she's just meh to me. This Valenti could be moved down to B tier as well. She aged a lot. So she can be moved down. Zanari's fine and Zaratras is fine. So, yeah, overall, not bad. Could use a little modifications. Did I say Camilla? Camilla definitely could be moved down. So could Death Pierce. He could be moved down too, to B. Most definitely. This Easton, I would honestly say is fine. She's not really all that crazy. She's just useful for Bond. But no one really runs her anywhere else but Bond team, so she's fine where she's at. Let's see, anyone else here that I think should be moved up or should move down? This red Bond should be moved down to C. He's bad. Fine, I guess. C. Yeah, there's a lot of these B tier units that honestly could be moved up and down. Like, when I'm looking at this list, there is actually a lot that could be. Most of them are moved, like, would either stay. Jim. No, Jim is definitely an A tier unit. Like, he should not be in B. I don't know what the hell or who made this, but he shouldn't be in B. He should stay in A. He's solid. Like, he is definitely a solid support. He can pop off sometimes. So I think Jim should be an A. But B is way too low for my boy Jim. I don't like that. I'm not a real big fan of him being in B. Let's see, anyone else. This Hellrum should be moved down. He should be moved down. Let's see, anyone else. These DNs, I guess, are fine where they're at. I guess you could keep these two, because this Elaine, right? This Elaine, in all honesty, she is decent, right? She is decent because of this right here. If this were attack related stats, it would be better, but it's still a buff that she's giving. And then she also has a pretty passive, because the only thing is she has to take damage, right? So it's not that great. Actually, I would say it's pretty bad, but I mean, it's still increasing her defense related stats, you know what I'm saying, by 8%. But really the thing that really saves her is this right here, the increased attack. So maybe if you're highballing her, sure, but I would say honestly probably, like, in my honest opinion, C tier. Definitely C. She definitely is deserving of that place. Let's see. Anyone else here that I think should be moved up? I think this green Melly probably could be moved up to A. Probably. She should definitely be moved down. She's fine. Hawken also should be probably moved up to A. Let's see. I think that's it. Red Shin. I guess he's fine. He's very niche, so yeah, I guess so. The thing is, I like Shin. I like Red Shin. The thing is, he needs a support. Like, he's solid. I would say he's actually pretty solid for PvE events, but he does need someone who can consistently give out debuffs like Kyo. Maybe I should try that. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that in a team or something like that. But I mean, the list, from what I'm seeing, other than those characters I mentioned, maybe you could move him down too. But otherwise, I think Mikasa too. But otherwise, yeah, no, I think this is good. I think you can move Red Esterosa down too. But yeah, otherwise, no, I think it's fine. C. Now, obviously, this is where it becomes like, yeah, just a main staple, like C heroes with limited use in the game. I think most of these characters here, yeah, it's just like they don't provide anything. Like, they have nothing really to give to a team. I guess maybe you could say, like, I don't know, Red Roxy might be moved up. Maybe, like, just, I don't know. Golden Wings Elaine, Christmas Elaine should be moved down to D. Bellion 2. Halloween Melly definitely should. Oh, you know what's crazy? Halloween Meliodas is Captain Meliodas. Huh. I always forget that he is actually Captain Meliodas. So we have two Captain. Interesting. I always forget that. Okay. All right. I just had to, you know, little side comment there, but no, this C and D. Yeah, no, I feel like this is pretty accurate. Like, you could move them down. Like, some people, like some units from the C tier, you could move down to D. Right, but otherwise, nah, I think they're, you know, I think this is all right. I think this is pretty good. But yeah, no, this tier list, there was a few things that I had wrong with it, but for the most part, it was actually pretty damn good. I'm genuinely surprised. So shout outs to the you know, the Grand Cross Fandom Wiki page moderators. Did a pretty good job. Whoever did this tier list, or, you know, if it was multiple people, you know, it was pretty good. Few things that I considered, you know, could be changed, but for the most part, I did enjoy it. I did like it. I feel like if a new player just started and looked at this tier list, they could see a couple of units, and, you know, it wouldn't be wrong. Like, it actually wouldn't be wrong. Every unit where they're placed could probably have an explanation as to why they're here. Camilla maybe stands out the most for me, but yeah, every other unit could, you know, you could probably explain why they're there, and it, you know, probably makes sense. But yeah, no, this was pretty good. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead and leave a like for the algorithm. Comment below if you enjoyed the tier list. What are some questions you had? Are there units that you would place higher or lower? Let me know. But as always, you guys already know, I will see you all next time.